Arcade Memories is back. I am back. As you can see, I am playing Mortal Kombat. Again, the arcade version, the coin op. Let's insert the coins. Yeah, it's been ages, guys, since I've done an episode of Arcade Memories. It's been a few months, isn't it? So I thought, let's get back to the arcades. I got my change. Mum has given me a few pound in 10p coins. Shang Tsung there at the top, and Goro. I remember Goro. So yeah, I would have been, I can't remember my age, but I would have been in comprehensive school, or secondary school as we call it in the UK, like the first or second year. I always remember I was a young kid, and got to remember how to play this thing. And just being blown away when I saw this in the arcade. Absolutely blown away. So, that was easy, but it's going to get harder. It's going to get a lot harder. I was never very good at Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 2 was my game. If I had to... Yeah, I would say I prefer this game to Street Fighter 2. What was that? Remembering the finishes is going to be... yeah, it's going to be tricky, guys. Scorpion... Memories come flooding back here. Yeah, I preferred it to Street Fighter 2. I mean, you shouldn't really compare them. They're very different beat-em-ups, very different fighters. But I just love the graphical style of this with the digitized sprites. And this still looks fantastic, guys, this arcade version. Now, obviously, we did get the ports. So this specific game, the first Mortal Kombat, yeah, it came to the SNES and the Sega Mega Drive, or the Genesis if you're in North America. And I think handhelds-wise, it came to the Game Boy and the Game Gear. I haven't played the handheld versions. The Game Boy version is supposed to be pretty rough. Let's continue that. Yeah, and the Game Gear version is supposed to be pretty good. We might take a look at Mortal Kombat. This Mortal Kombat on the Sega Game Gear for old school series at some point, actually. But going back to the ports, I never chose Sonya, but I'm going to go through most of the characters, guys, in this video. See what their movesets are like. It's been a long time since I played this, the original Mortal Kombat. Kind of in celebration, I guess, doing this video for the upcoming... Mortal Kombat, is it Mortal Kombat 1 it's called? I think it should be hitting the consoles and PC, I think, in September of this year. Yeah, I never chose Sonya. I don't like her movesets. It's coming back to me. It's pretty... Yeah, just pretty boring to play as Sonya. Johnny Cage and Raiden were my characters. But yeah, going back to the ports, so the SNES version, I don't think we had the bloods, did we, in that? And I think the fatalities were called finishing moves. I remember borrowing the SNES version from a friend in school, same old story, and I weren't that blown away by it, I have to say. I think the Genesis version did have the blood and that kind of stuff, guys. My memory's hazy on this. Let me know in the comments. But I've played both, and I remember preferring the Mega Drive or the Genesis version of this. This is my favourite version, obviously. The arcade, it's just fantastic. I could play this all night, and I'm not a big fan of these games. I say these games. Beat-em-ups, fighters, whatever you want to class this genre as, but there's just something about Mortal Kombat I love. I can't do these finishes. Oh, I don't remember this. Okay. I didn't do that, did I? Oh, it's Johnny Cage. That dude in the background we saw at the beginning of this video, is it? Oh, I can't remember his name. My memory, guys, is so bad these days. But he's the final boss, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I remember that move that Johnny Cage just did. Yeah, I don't like using Sonya at all. But, oh, he didn't use his finish. Is that his finisher? That can't be his finisher. No, it's not. I don't know what I'm on about. It's just an uppercut, that was. I want the... if I can't do the finishers, I want the AI to do them. So at least we get to see a few. I also loved Kano. Harry Kano. He was a cool character. But going back to Mortal Kombat 1, which is supposed to be releasing this year, I mean, I don't think they've showed us a gameplay trailer yet, have they? They just showed us that kind of... Oh, it's my phone got off in the background then, guys. Apologies. The old WhatsApp beep in there. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't think they showed us any gameplay. It was just... I wasn't that impressed, I gotta say. But, I mean, it was just showing us a bit of gore and that kind of thing. Mortal Kombat style. I bet you it's just going to be a fantastic game, though. Because as I'm recording this, Street Fighter 6 reviews have gone live in the last few hours. And that is supposed to be incredible, according to the reviews. Ah, Raiden absolutely wiped the floor with me then. Let me know your favourite beat-em-up, guys. Are these beat-em-ups? What are they classed as? I mean, Final Fight and Streets of Rage and those kind of games, they're brawlers, aren't they? Street brawlers. This is a beat-em-up, isn't it? A classic beat-em-up. It's time to get the big guns out. Here we go. Yeah, I remember how to do that straight away. Yeah, let me know in the comments your favourite beat-em-ups. Arcade beat-em-ups. For you guys who are around my age and we remember visiting the arcades or your local swimming pool place. Leisure centre. It's early as I'm recording this video. That is my excuse. It's very early. I haven't had a lot of sleep either. Because my leisure centre where I live, it was a short bus journey into town, had so many good games. Like, you could go there and hang out and just play games. Like, forget the swimming. We had so many. We had this in there. We had Bomb Jack, Pac-Land, Street Fighter 2, Moonwalker, which was a fantastic arcade game, The Simpsons, Turtles in Time. They were good days. Like, I kind of miss those, yeah, those days where you'd get these kind of games just whenever you visit that kind of place with family. It's been lost over time because obviously we've got arcade machines in our hands now, haven't we, with the likes of the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch, and yeah. This is so good to play still. I never played the sequels in the arcade. I've only ever played this in the arcade. I played the sequels on the home consoles. And I've also played the awful... I featured this following game I'm about to mention on this very channel in my bad video games playlist, guys. Go check it out. And that's Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to get the name right here. Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Mythologies, or Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero, something like that. Anyway, it is terrible. It's a platformer, basically. It's like an action platformer, very similar graphical style to this, but it's just bad. It's ridiculously difficult as well. I can't remember any of these moves, by the way, or how to do these moves. I just cannot remember. I'm trying all sorts of combos. Raiden's just too good. Okay. I'm trying to do Scorpions. Come here. Is that Scorpion? It is Scorpion that does that, isn't it? I'm going to try and do more of these videos, arcade memories videos, guys, because, as I've already said, I love to play my arcade games. It's sometimes a little bit tricky getting them going. Getting them working with RetroArch. You've got a lot of fiddling around with cores and that kind of thing. Finding the right core, depending on the game you're trying to play, can be an issue. Oh, he didn't do his finisher. I want him to do a finisher. Okay, let's go with Mr. Cage gets Liu Kang. I mean, when I first saw this, I'm just gonna spam that move now. When I first saw this on the SNES, I was impressed, I have to say. But I'd already played this version, and it's just like, yeah, it's so much better. Look at the digitized sprites of the audience, the crowd, the monks basically in the background. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Let's try this again. That was rubbish. Just give me the Street Fighter 2 bonus stage where you just smash up the car. I loved that. So I'm fighting against my doppelganger, who looks slightly different. It's like the saturation, if that's the right word, is different on his sprite. Yeah, I like Johnny Cage. He's so cheesy. Let me know as well, guys, if there's an arcade game from back in the day you'd like to see, and I'll do my best to get hold of it and feature it on the channel. But I'm kind of talking this era, like 90s, early 90s, mid 90s. Not really. Yeah, I don't think I've got it in me to play the really like old arcade games, like late 80s or mid 80s sort of games. Here we go. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's Mortal Kombat in the arcade. Let me know what you thought of this game. Tell me your favourite console port of this. Look out for more content coming to the channel. I'm going to play this all night, I think, and try and work out. I might have to hit Google up, work out how I do these finishers. I'll speak to you all soon, guys. Take care.